Now, I want you to understand this, that the institution of slavery remains absolutely solid from the 1700s until our founding fathers. Until they came along, you couldn't put a chink in that armor. You could not tear that institution down. Then our founding fathers came along. We're taught that they are possibly pro-slavery. 42 of the signers of the Declaration of Independence had slaves. Let me say this, though. Thomas Jefferson wrote in the Declaration, "We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, and that they're endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights. Among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness." It's important that you remember that phrase, what it means, because it's not only special for us here in America, but it is important for the entire world. It describes and defines three things. It defines individual freedom. Individual freedom. The second thing it describes is equal liberty. We are all created equal. Equal liberty. And the third thing, the most important thing, and the thing that I think our kids need to understand every single day of their lives, is that you get your rights from God. You don't get them from a politician. You don't get them from another individual. You don't get them from anybody else but from God. And it is a direct line from God to you. Nobody can go in there and intercede and take it away. You get your rights from God. Ladies and gentlemen, beyond anything that we do in the military, beyond all of our inventions, computers, Bill Gates and all, everything that we do, that idea that we get our rights from God defines American exceptionalism. Because you do not get that anywhere else in the world. Everywhere else in the world, people want to get their rights from somebody else. Here in America, you get your rights from God. And if that goes away, if they take that away, we will lose our country. We will no longer be the United States of America. "42 of the signers had slaves. A slave is worth anywhere from $500 to $2,000 each. And they say that Thomas Jefferson had maybe upwards of 200 slaves. That's a lot of money. That's a lot. A couple grand, 200 slaves, that's a lot of money. But here's something that they don't share with our children in school. In the original draft of the Declaration of Independence, Thomas Jefferson wrote this. By the way, if you haven't read the Declaration of Independence, it is basically just a list of grievances. It is a principal document to let the world know why we are becoming independent and what kind of a nation we want to build. And in the original draft, Thomas Jefferson wrote this grievance to the king. He has waged cruel war against human nature itself, violating its most sacred rights of life and liberty in the persons of a distant land who never offended him, captivating and carrying them into slavery in another hemisphere, or to incur miserable death in their transportation thither. That, ladies and gentlemen, is an anti-slavery grievance written by Thomas Jefferson. 42 of the signers had slaves, $500 to $2,000 each. And if this ends up in the Declaration of Independence and passes, then we have to pass laws promoting this principle. Of the 13 states that would vote on this measure, please tell me how many approved of this? Handful? I had none. How about 11? Wow. South Carolina and Georgia were the only two to object. 11. 11 of the states, 42 of the signers who owned slaves, 11 of the states said, we approve of this, we want this, and we're ready to pass law to end slavery, to eliminate the institution of slavery. We are willing to exchange our wealth for freedom. I've been doing this for 2 years. Nobody's ever heard that before, ever. 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 We are willing to exchange our wealth for freedom.